clean to your star skiff service?
I don't believe in ghosts.
You do believe in ghosts? Oh yeah, I forgot how zesty he moves is, so I still get checked like when we were originally was playing this. Yung boomerang, 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 boomerang.
Would you like me to relay your message?
No, I'm going straight there myself, broski. I don't want you to relay my message and then say shit. Ba ba da ba ba da. Hey, saw you.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder White. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Fu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchue for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you.
I like
You have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Lawfu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchue from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly.
Yeah, all them cool things we would see.
There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Feixiao of the Yanqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No.
I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Lawfu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Feixiao's questioning. No need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony, and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
Yes, I know.
Expresses witnesses to me alone. Aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Feixiao's?
Yes.
Any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Feixiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
Swords. So mad swords, I mean, yes. Oh, I press G again.
Yes, it's this case right here. There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Lawfu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Lawfu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts.
True.
How can I assign her as the Ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it,
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now.
Oh.
In a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Juming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands, tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent sword.
No, he isn't.
And that he will be representing the Lawfu as the Ringmaster. So it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
Okay, no. Okay,
all
Grams.
about swords, Mr.
Grams, chill.
It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Hush your mouth.
And even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air.
That's
I
exactly
don't
what
hear
had in
you.
mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me.
It's surely tough before.
It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
Not to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Tough before.
Quiet down.
Tough
We have
before.
other guests here.
See what win.
I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the... While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser.
Yeah. The loser is this blonde boy here.
Actually, I have an idea.
Winner is this short
We don't
stack
know who
here.
the winner will be, and it might not be either of you.
It's this one.
But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together.
No.
I want you to
Don't
take on an apprentice
work
who
with
will
him.
take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome.
Bye-bye match. Yeah, won't get stabbed like your other two friends, but you still have to wield swords.
Who? Wait,
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
wait. Are you serious, General?
Yes.
Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've
He
never
gets stabbed with a sword. He gets stabbed with a polearm.
Can learn it.
You have to have a bladed ability.
Give up on me. That'd be so embarrassing.
It doesn't matter. Just do it. Yeah. As that accent.
Your talent is quite unique. Are you also interested in sword? But
Yes.
based on my years of judging people, you don't really need to dive into swordplay to boost your skills. And I doubt there's anyone out there who can really show you the way forward.
Basically saying
As for Miss
you are main character
like
say out of this.
jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped.
I appreciate your kind words, General Huayan. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time?
No,
They should be preparing for the
already done.
ceremony.
Well, Yoon is
Plus,
very
I
good.
heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
No, just means you could just outsmart the opponent or they create a better move.
Don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Yep.
Looks like March's curiosity.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid
his skill.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What did you...
General, I haven't... So you're admitting your defeat, huh?
Yeah.
Not even confident to teach. Why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
Yeah,
See, General.
but he won't be anything much.
Then count me in.
Now that Yanqing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
Yes,
It's
she
up to you
agrees.
to make the final decision, Mark.
She agrees.
I understand. Then I'm on board. Thank you.
Great. Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little...
You're too kind. Oh, wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the...
Yep, but he's a nice person.
General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about?
Me don't know.
I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yunli and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time.
Mm-hmm.
From
Well,
his point of
particular
view,
reason.
we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as to report claims, or
Makes
if we're
sense.
just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yunli into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache.
Nah,
My apologies.
not about a
Truth be
headache.
told, I
And that's a
invited
slight
all of you
one.
to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. Now, I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier.
What do
In
you
the
mean?
coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Feixiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
Okay. That's okay, buddy.
Did we do something wrong?
Nope.
We really did save the Luofu, so why do you want to sneak off like we're fugitives?
Don't worry. No matter what happens, I'll stay here as a witness.
It was the best funny answer.
Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome, Sayu.
General,
I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you. Right.
As the Luofu ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the...
Yeah, laugh because you know you're pathetic. Yes, I sort of like this Yanqing.
The illustrious Merlin's claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Feixiao.
Oh yeah, they would have fight together.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong? Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yanqing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Oh, so everybody know about her health declining.
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle? That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Jiao Cho. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yanqing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know
why they had to set up her to be dying, but...
Since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Luofu?
The Elder's rebirth has frightened the Elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Luofu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces.
Oh, so that's
As
why
you
you're
know,
here.
The fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an Outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Luofu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Luofu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the ambrosial armor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Luofu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark.
Yeah.
Perhaps pretending you didn't
would
be for the best.
Yep.
I understand.
As always.
I'm sorry. I was out of line.
No.
I know I shouldn't be defending
Friends
General
are
Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am. The Luofu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, Enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule?
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin Warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
Oh, he looking cool.
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yanqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
Because
the Foxians and the
you
Alliance
look cool.
made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Okay.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo.
Was that an empty ship?
However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong. Have you
Ruan
heard of
me.
a person named Ron May?
Okay. Night, and let's take me to general. Okay. Dun 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 dun.
I'm still feeling sleepy. Did I oversleep? Where did March and Donhung go?
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
It's like a giant bird.
There you are.
Let's
You haven't forgotten
lock
about our
hunt
promise
much.
to General Huayan, have you?
Hey, why are you blushing?
This is, the first... Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your master's rules...
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard, I'll do my best.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now, Yanqing. Don't be too easy on her.
Donhung, do you even have a heart?
No.
Did you lose it somewhere?
Yes.
By the way, where's...
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
You're gonna run it out halfway there. March POV.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yunli, you're already here.
Sorry for keeping you.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret?
Yes.
That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu's swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Luofu's swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Ju-Ming swordmasters treat their apprentices.
Already.
Over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you.
Nice.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing?
Looks
Sword
beautiful.
practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it.
You're awesome, Master Yun.
See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the essence of Ju-Ming swordplay, so she can
I
win
so
the
like this
contest with my
before.
sword skills.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Swords.
Huh? You have a gift for me?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to
Dual
make a
wielder.
pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately,
I'll just say you good for
asked the
something.
craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Alright, good. What just
Thank you, Master Yanqing.
I don't what I kind of vexed that much. Have this so nice and easier going of unlocking her
Competition is just getting
her
started.
different form while we had to get
So
stabbed
lucky to have two great masters.
first to unlock with
Why
the
does it
ability
feel
to
like
switch
things are
paths
getting a bit weird?
because it beef. Damn,
So
she
what do you
is
think,
hot.
masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Damn, she is hot.
I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
Alright, let's get started with the training.
She went
The
there.
person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Alright. So what I can pull him?
Having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit...
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The
Oh, yeah,
first thing we're
true.
going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's
Alright.
important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Hey, let's fight this bubble. And pink cap, pink for real. Well, I said pink and red, not the full pink like how she was. Let's edit the team. Now bring in the Bible. Fight.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready. But
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
ready to shine.
Okay.
Please have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March. Luofu's swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements. Strike with heart!
Right on time. Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Power.
Yes, you like this?
Well done! Time for swordplay! Blade and strike!
I should use your ult.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, Wasp, dead! What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this, sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool? You'll make good practice.
Oh.
Here you go, Master! Melt! Descend to earth!
Damn, I look good.
Strike! Yes, you! Leap through clouds!
Time for swordplay!
Awesome! I could take 10 of you. All right, check out this move.
Right on time.
I messed it up. Yep, I messed it up.
Mountains fall!
How many can you block?
Ready to shine. Yeah.
But
Right on time. Oh, I get it. Melt.
goodbye. Bum, ba-dum.
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March is quick
That was all
and
I
has a
want.
flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, that's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing Juming swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by her
Strength. Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you the same thing.
Footwork or
Also
strength?
require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Nah, I'll say strength.
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What good is being quick on your feet if you don't have strength? It's not like we're dancing here.
Skilled sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at, then tackle your weaknesses. That's the right way to learn.
Know your weaknesses first, then your
Theorist.
strengths.
You claim to be able to talk to swords. So what does that make you? A lunatic?
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and strength anyway, so it doesn't matter which one comes first.
Yes, it does.
It does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
Aww.
Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-da-ba-dum bum bum ba-da-bum bum. Yay! Switch. Alright. I now remember. There's technically no like and stuff like that. Okay, base attack and skill. See the do damage with skill. This effect increases. My energy is max. Well, that won't work technically, so I got the next one. Each time where set the same target, damage delta increase. That'll be nice. Alright, what this one is? Speed, run away. Takes damage if I fill this up here. No. I will go for where it doesn't crit. Increase damage, I'll go for a crit. No, I'll go for this. White artifacts. Oh yeah, that's at all offices. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, she won't have us yet. But it seems alright.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no
Hey,
need to worry.
Ethan.
By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yunli, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real
Yeah, but
taste of
one
how
is
hard
better.
sword training can be.
One is better.
I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it.
Yes, because he still had trauma from losing to Dog.
Just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Alright, nice one, March.
Well done. Let's call it a day.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Yeah, good for March.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make both of you proud.
Yeah, see, she unbiased, but she should be biased. Youngly.
Has actually become a pretty decent sword master in such a short time.
Plot convenience.
Always had a grin on his face while training me.
Oh, natural talent.
Sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut
Kick him in the nuts.
It's all thanks to your amazing guide.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different...
No.
Let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
Great sword.
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the sword master. Yanqing wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
Yes, you did kick his ass.
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance.
Damn, I like this beef so much. The only thing I like about Yanqing, man.
I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There's talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face
Hey,
off
chef.
in a war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out, the rumors are true.
Chef.
Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on honing your skills instead of teaching swordplay here?
You're... Oh, that's right. You're the pink-haired fox from the Yaoqing.
This is Mr. Jiaoqiu, the healer working for the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yaoqing. And you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Yes.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the General's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your training. I'll be on my...
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you smirking earlier?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying.
You're making me hungry.
They're just ways for people to show off their skills. How you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with. It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching method that best suits her, she'll make double the progress in half the time. For example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried, cloud peppers when stir-fried, and yellow boulder beef when simmered.
Dog, you make me hungry. Stop talking about food.
Apprentice.
Yes.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Xianzhou Yanqing is called the Rancha School, that specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or two about cooking.
So, you're the General's cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine, call me a cook if you want. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts.
No.
But, in reality, I know a thing or two about killing. After all, the art of healing inherently encompasses both life and death.
That's nice to hear.
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids?
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No.
This is called tumble dust, an extract from an exotic flower named yabra.
Is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless.
Oh, so it's like the sleeping drug we just use for surgeries.
The dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even long-life species cannot escape its effects. This thing can save lives or take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
Uh-huh.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
Chemical warfare.
Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here, not persuading you to poison anyone.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
Not poison, it's no dosage.
The one standing is full of malice. The other lying down is honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister? In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive. Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
So I see why he is inability to use
Maybe young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
he is inability to use for sure.
Well,
That
then you should
the
know that the
Hellenistic
war dance is nothing
ideal
more
is
than a
surely
contest.
a vulnerability.
So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience? And this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals the might of all Cloud. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the cosmos. When we unsheath the sword without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see the ceremony venue for myself yet. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yun Li and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all...
Oh, of course, we're gonna have to talk from them for real. Alright, Bussy.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time.
Oh, so the same thing she was saying.
Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the sky.
But well, I remember this spot.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What's up, Mr. Jiao Cho?
No, it's nothing.
He smells something on.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter, the venue for the war dance ceremony.
It doesn't look all that impressive from
Oh,
this
so I was
distance.
right. They recently added.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Luofu.
Oh, I feel so happy.
Ring, ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos. Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I'd swing my sword 10,000 times.
Why am I getting respect for him, Lord? That actually making me start to like this man now.
I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard.
He make me see myself with him, no.
Facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the best feeling in the world.
I actually like this damn idiot.
A really tough opponent. And just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces. That's
so break on your
true
sons.
fear for the first time. Maybe that's what Mr. Jiao Cho meant by
in a single moment.
Death hinge on a singular moment. Every idea fades into nothingness. After that, I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back together. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old happy self again. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, Why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of
You have an unbreakable spirit.
the general's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights? While the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said the reason must come from within myself. I've been struggling to find that reason. But after talking with you, Mr. Zhao Cho, I think I already have that reason in mind.
So what's your
As a
reason?
member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders. And I know there's still more to shoulder. But when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything.
So your sword set you free.
Giving it my all. Facing any obstacle in front of me. Pressing forward. That's why I wield my sword.
So through swordplay, you achieve freedom.
So young, yet so grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
Age doesn't really matter. All sword masters will understand how I feel.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
She is the youngest.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yanqing has.
Destroy all the cursed blades that
You don't talk like a cook.
that are family.
TV host or something.
If I remember the video they post for her, her goal is to destroy all the cursed blades, which were all the blades which are cursed, which her parents made.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
You are not a damn healer.
I don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather that I'd win the precious sword he's contributed to the war dance.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
Yes.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman.
Yeah.
On the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his foolishness, many innocent people fell victim to the cursed swords he forged. Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is no different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them.
Makes sense.
Given that Yanqing is the war dance ringmaster, I'm stepping up to challenge him. To ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life, and there are plenty of exceptional warriors, just like the two of you.
What happened, Mr. Zhao Cho?
Stuff.
Oh, nothing.
Stuff.
I was just reminded of some old friends and old tales. Judging from my professional perspective as a healer, both of you possess remarkable vitality. Your energies flow like raging fires and mighty gales. The upcoming fight will definitely be impressive.
It would be legendary.
Well, we've seen the sky
like
splitter
what
and
Tai
the
Long
Stargazer
say
Navali.
from Kung Fu Panda.
I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
Alright.
You're leaving already? But you haven't asked me about my dreams.
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up bound by responsibilities and duties. The tasks entrusted to me by the General won't complete themselves.
That was
By the way,
rude.
Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Yay, he's gone. Not. Vex out to wait for him, but...
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my dream that he didn't even ask me.
Well, your master's gonna ask you.
Now that we're done with our tour of the Sky Splitter, shall we continue with our training?
Yes.
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself?
No.
Dream on.
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my strength for tomorrow. Alright, I'll take you out of the Stargazer Navalia.
Do 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 do.
Oh, just shut up, Red Fang. This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things. You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't handle it? Do you realize how many ships we need? I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out. When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance. How's that? Who's there?
Uh-huh. Sus. Let's cut that deal.
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Naval?
Kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break...
Sorry. I'll take the little ones away right now.
Big sis!
Oh,
Let's go! I want to play in Ever Hunt Plains!
this is killing me so much. No.
Ever Hunt Plains? Yeah, sure. Big sis will take you there.
Mm-hmm.
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Uh-huh. Sus.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yanqing?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Ever Hunt Plains.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the 3 people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just want... That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
Yes.
I knew that from the beginning.
Yeah, he said children, but it's knowing that he is thing.
Yanqing at all. That's really weird.
Exactly.
What? Is he famous on the Lavu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming, who all know my glorious name, might recognize my face.
You have a point.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that?
Yes.
I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
Alright. Stealth mission.
Never
Yeah.
mind who they are. Let's
Don't get too close, Miss March.
One picture.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
Cut the theatrics, Grulock. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans.
So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared.
Otherwise, you will be in big shit.
Smugglers? What
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. We can hide inside the crates and follow them.
Alright.
Just hang in.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where do they come from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up
Some
to
Chinese
something
ship.
bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Tread softly, breathe quietly, and make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity.
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here!
Shuhard, I'm coming!
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the...
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
Why give me the heartbeat for?
Look at this. A A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord
What are
Moktok
beast
is ready.
ships?
The revival of our ancient bloodline all hinges on this.
Oh wait, Moktok is the one who in prison.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot!
Yay,
Wipe
violence!
them all out!
Orison?
Adusa! Die, you lowly beasts!
Yeah, buff them.
Inevitable.
Yeah, you see all.
Scales. World cleansing dragon.
But
Heaven's surge. Rise. Did the rhythm get messed up? Dreams do come true. Limited set just for let the show begin.
bada bada bada, Buddha.
Together as one.
I sense a storm.
Right, you are done. Slap up you. Buff.
No matter.
The strength. Heaven's surge. Break.
Yin and yang. You'll make good practice. Yeah. Oh, I get it. Watch this.
Take your positions.
Alright.
Time to show you what I Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this.
Still cringy in my opinion.
I see through you. Converge and awaken. Human
Creation. Bam.
I sense a storm.
Bum badam badam badam.
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
They're not Foxians, it's the other way
They're not
around.
Phyxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borison, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
Well, how did the Borison manage to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from Foxians. They even have
Magic.
official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borison prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion... Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
There's more.
There are more Borison hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Alright, let's go to your daddy. Badum, badum, da 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 dum. Instruction to Trailblazer. Do. Oh, channels.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Feixiao, the general of the Xianzhou Yanqing.
Yes, baby girl.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibiter Lune, and the person
Unbridled
behind him is
booby.
the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons that I'm sure General Jing Yuan has explained, right?
Yes. Interview.
No, he didn't. That doesn't sound like the divine force.
Don't worry.
The smug smile.
Just tell her the truth.
According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, and all Arbiter Generals should pay attention to the Ruin Author's movements.
Yes.
Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds, and the Alliance has been keeping an eye on them. But no one expected them to join hands with the remnants of the Abundance.
Well, destruction and abundance to work good together.
The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was quite different from the Ruin Legion's usual style of destroying life wherever they go. While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. I'd like to take this chance to have an exchange with both of you. Let me be clear. The questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts, so please don't take offense if any of my questions seem a bit harsh.
Nah, it's alright.
Go ahead,
Ask away.
But keep in mind, we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already have the answers to your questions in your heart.
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
The Merlin's claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jing Yuan wants us to be honest.
Stick to the facts.
Maybe I'll just stick to the facts we know.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon, in an attempt to resolve the Stellaron crisis.
Yes.
However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust in them? Could it be that some of you have a connection with them?
Yes. It all comes down to the Stellarons.
Apart from the Lafu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Eurillo 6, the world that the Express stopped at before reaching the Lafu, was one of them.
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process. And that's why dealing with Stellaron issues is part of the duty of the Nameless.
I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. The cosmos is a mess, and the Trailblazers are just doing their best to fix it. I understand. Let's move on to the next question. The report suggests that Don Shu, the master of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord Ravager and used the power of the Stellaron to resurrect the Ambrosial Arbor.
Yeah, I remember that.
But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Videodora guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
I do not remember. Oh wait, the smell. The princess is other lawful seal. Was led to the calamity.
If the Lawfu hadn't exiled Danheng, leaving the Videodora with no leader, they wouldn't have fallen into chaos.
Yeah.
There wouldn't have been the opportunity to bring the Stellaron to the roots of the Arbor unnoticed.
Yeah, I think that's even better
was
one.
exiled due to his own crimes. Now, Danheng, as his reincarnation, is free from his sins. However, why did he risk trespassing on the Xianzhou Lawfu before his exile was lifted?
I was concerned about the safety of my companions, so I acted brazenly. I admit I was reckless at the time, but
he returned despite everything. Now, let's consider the outcome. The Arbor was resurrected, and the Lawfu required a High Elder to repair the seal and suppress the plague mark. It's hard not to think about the stakes involved, right?
Yes.
According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy.
Yes, she was.
She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you.
Yes,
only to
Yuan.
vanish without a trace later on. It seems too convenient to label her as a scapegoat.
Was eager to attain the
I was
power.
there, fighting Fantilia alongside General Jingyuan, but she absorbed the power of the Ambrosial Arbor and gained an almost indestructible physical form. Perhaps that was her intention all along.
So, a pawn of the destruction wanted a flesh and blood body to live in. Interesting. That's...
Yay!
Oh.
When Marina
It seems that
come
your answers have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
Marina come ahead. Marina cut the nail, I forget how the saying goes.
So, what do you think, General Feixiao? Have the doubts in the report been cleared up?
The two nameless have been honest in their answers. Even though there are some tricky details, my intuition tells me there is nothing wrong. However, the three questions I posed earlier were not just for the nameless, but for you too, General Jingyuan. First, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Lawfu, yet the 6 charioteers were not aware of it. That was a dereliction of duty. Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting them access to the plague mark. That was a dereliction of responsibility. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Lawfu back in the spotlight. That is a dereliction of wisdom.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking? Or the
For the
10
10 Lords.
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it earlier. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it, but in the end, the Lawfu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
Because of it.
I think it's safe to say that Elio's prophecy about the future holds some merit. And as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities. The Law Fu has lain low for too long. I believe it's time to stir up the dregs hidden in the depths and wash them away once and for all.
Just as I expected from our sophisticated divine foresight. You have a way with words. I like it. But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation. Even within the Law Fu, there are people accusing you of neglecting your duties, resulting in the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on all of this, General Feixiao?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand the difficulties of this position. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the divine foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Law Fu and the meaning behind it. Just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
You mean the Xianzhou Yaoqing is also...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that were once divided and scattered have started swallowing each other up, forming larger and larger packs. Moreover, there's an entity named Mongoose behind it all.
An entity?
Okay.
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin. It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality. She's described as having 12 faces and 12 pairs of fangs, as cruel as poison, and as elusive as quicksand. The Borisin believe...
Yeah, I
she'll give them a
don't know
chance
that
to rise
is.
That's Fantilia.
Oh.
again. That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer Strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly. I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good intentions. But the Alliance has its fair share of questions and doubts about the Law Fu. So, my plan is to come up with an acceptable answer to satisfy the Alliance.
What's in this plan, General Feixiao?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any doubts.
So he had to wait for the answer. Alright.
And for that, I'll have to ask the two Nameless to visit the Shackling prison.
Alright. So you're going to prison.
No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the Ten Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a detailed testimony with the karmic mirror from both of you. We'll fill in the gaps that weren't covered in the report, and silence any protests within the Alliance.
Alright.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Your willingness to help is truly heartwarming, youngsters.
Then, as the Merlin's Claw requests...
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance, but I would like to urge General Jing Yuan to listen to the pleas of the Foxians on the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
So, you are here for Hule.
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Law Fu's Shackling prison. Since he is the Broodlord of the Borisin, I want to transfer him onto the Xianzhou Yaoqing and imprison him there. The recent movements of the Borisin suggest they're planning something big, so we must act preemptively.
Makes
It
sense.
makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch-nemesis. Since you trust my judgment, I'll repay that trust. What do you think about all this?
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument, but it seems like both of you are on the same page. solving
Alright.
each other's problems. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
Alright,
As
Grams.
for Hule, I'll send my Lieutenant Jiao Cho and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport. If there are no more questions, shall we get this started?
Yep. Right, so I will call that for today. So not had too late or too long for me to edit. And we will continue it tomorrow. And then we will do match stuff afterwards if it's separate. See you guys then. Laters. Right, I have been joined to the affiliation crew for Poggers. So if you want to buy any of their drinks or bottles, you can use my code to get a percentage off. Right, I have been joined to the affiliation crew for Poggers. So if you want to buy any of